So I wanted to do a fairly quick video on my opinion of the new ABCs of masculine inferiority. The alpha male, the beta male. I think there's a gamma male, a sigma male, I don't know. All these Greek letters that mean absolutely nothing. But the thing is, in biological terms, there aren't really alpha males in human society, despite what people might want to pretend. The other thing I find really ridiculous about this, now this seems to be a millennial invention, although the guy that invented it I don't believe is a millennial, but it's millennials that have really bought onto this. But what cracks me up is these are self-described alpha males. Self-described? Nobody usually self-describes as a beta male, unless they're a submissive, okay? Then there's self-described sigma males, like I got threatened by a self-described sigma male. And then there's the self-described omega male, and the self-described yada 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 yada. Okay? My point is that it's like giving yourself a nickname, okay? It doesn't mean anything. If you give yourself a nickname, it doesn't mean anything. If you call yourself an alpha male, it doesn't mean anything. If you call yourself a sigma male, it doesn't mean anything. If you call yourself an omega male, it doesn't mean anything. Do you think a wolf or a baboon or a chimpanzee that's an alpha male is like, look at me, I'm an alpha male. Look, I'm an alpha male. No, they don't. When I was younger, you had to actually be good at something in order to be good at it, okay? Like me, I was good at karate. I was good at fighting. I guess in my day, especially in the school system and in other places, I would be considered an alpha male, okay? But what is an alpha male? What is that? What's a sigma male? What is any of this? It's a bunch of made-up crap that people self-describe to themselves to make up for their own innate inferiority. Most of these people, if you ever look at these people, okay, this is what blows my mind. Back when I was into like National Socialism, hardcore into National Socialism, one of the things that's disturbing is, unfortunately, a lot of pathetic weaklings are attracted to things like National Socialism or things of that nature because they think it gives their life meaning. And the reason they do this is because their life has no meaning. Okay, so I like to go back to what does biology tell us about the meaning of life? Well, the meaning of life is to survive, thrive, procreate, and repeat. Survive, thrive, procreate, repeat. That's it. That's the meaning of life. Blow it out of proportion all you want with a whole bunch of made-up baloney, and you'll be disappointed. And that's what these people are doing. They're blowing their lives out of proportion. They're blowing up their own egos, which is a way of avoiding. This is, if you notice, a lot of these people have narcissistic personality disorder caused by inferiority. Caused by a sense of inferiority, which causes them to have to create this narcissistic other. Okay? So that's what's going on here with these, I'm an alpha male, I'm a sigma male, I'm an omega male, I'm a whatever male. It's a bunch of nonsense. Now, like I said, back in my day, you used to have to be good at something to be good at it. You couldn't just go, oh, well, I'm good at fighting. If you weren't good at fighting, you'd be proven that you weren't good at fighting pretty quickly if you got into a fight and couldn't win the fight. The other thing is what you learn. I gotten in hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of fights in my life. And I've participated in controlled fights in karate and jiu-jitsu and things like that. So what you learn really quickly when you operate in the real world is there's always somebody better than you. Now, I've been lucky enough that in real life, I've never run into anybody better than me. that wanted to take my head off. Okay, I have run into people that I know are probably better than me at fighting. I know it. I'm friends with people that are probably better than me at fighting. Luckily, they haven't wanted to take my head off. Okay, but I've run into a lot of people in the martial arts circuit that are better than me at fighting. It's just what happens. There's always somebody better than somebody else, and there's always a time when somebody's having a bad day, when you're not on your game, when you're not 100%. And at that point in time, that's when something can happen. Now, people that don't understand this is nobody is good at everything. Some people are better at more things than others, but nobody is good at everything. And that's the truth there. So I think that a lot of this is, and I would guarantee a lot of these alpha males and sigma males and omega males and males and chimpanzee wannabes and whatever's going on, whatever. I don't know what's going on anymore. I thought it was funny when I looked up what a sigma male was. They had certain tweets, and there was this chick. This chick goes, "What the fuck is going on with men now?" And it's the truth. Like, what is going on with men now? They're all freaking crazy. Okay? And it's funny because this mindset that is obviously a defense mechanism, a negative coping mechanism to prevent decompensation, to prevent falling into the depths of misery, because these people are so pathetic, so inadequate, so ridiculous. Look at the Proud Boys. Look at Antifa. If you look at the Proud Boys or Antifa, you will see people that they don't have their own identity, so they have to create a false identity. They have to call themselves alpha males or omega males or sigma males or whatever. And like I said, an alpha male, like a wolf, nobody tells an alpha male that they're an alpha male. With a chimpanzee, nobody tells the alpha male that he's an alpha male. With a baboon, nobody's telling the alpha male that he's an alpha male. In a pod of dolphins or whales, nobody tells the alpha male that he's an alpha male. He's the alpha male because he is capable. Okay? Now, with human society is different than animal society because we have so many specialized roles in society. And many people like to assume that they're better than other people at life. What does that mean? What does that mean? Most people don't know what that means because there's no one way to be good at life, which is why I go back to the biological imperative. Survive, thrive, procreate, repeat. A lot of people like to think they're thriving, but they're not because they're living paycheck to paycheck. They don't know what they're doing. They have no foresight for the future. Okay? They have no ability to grow their own food. They have no ability to do anything for themselves. So many of these alpha males that are so alpha, I guarantee you they can't prepare a meal for themselves. They have to depend on a woman to prepare their meal. Okay? Guarantee you can't prepare a meal for themselves. I guarantee you they probably don't exercise as frequently as they should unless they're over-exercisers. And I guarantee you most of them were bad academically. They did very poor academically. I would assume a lot of these people do this. They're very, and I would also assume a lot of them were bullied in school for not being at the top of their game, for not being on the sports team, for not being capable of playing sports, for not being capable of anything. I've dealt with all this, okay? I know what a nerd looks like. Okay, I have the intelligence of a nerd. I'm just not a nerd. Okay, but I can spot a nerd from like 40 miles away. And this is one of the reasons that the so-called sigma male that's threatening me on here, I'm not intimidated because I know he's a dork. This is the kind of person that, that actually real alpha males, ones that aren't going, look at me, I'm an alpha male. Look at me, I'm an alpha male. But actual alpha males that actually are alpha males, that actually aren't intimidated by weaklings, okay? Guess what? They don't have to tell everybody, look at me, I'm an alpha male. Look at me, I'm a sigma male. Look at me, I'm an omega male. Look at me, I'm some other nonsensical crap that I just pulled out of my butt today. It's not how it works in a state of nature. And a lot of these people, now I've survived in a state of nature. I have. I'm pretty competent at surviving in a state of nature. Most of these alpha males and sigma males and omega males, probably not that competent at surviving in a state of nature. Probably not that competent at surviving, period, when it comes to real life. Probably can't do their laundry, probably can't cook their own food, probably don't know how to maintain their bank account, probably don't know how to balance a checkbook, probably don't know how to pay bills. They probably know how to buy a lot of useless crap. They probably know how to show off with their money until they have none because they squandered it on nonsense. But what they do not know is how to actually act like an actual responsible adult. It's predominantly the case. And that's all for this video.